Well, howdy there, folks. Yep, it's me again. Figured I'd get back on. And a guy stopped out there today to do some business with him. And got to talking. He was describing his kind of like some of the stuff he has to deal with, not his own company, but other companies. And he's describing this stuff to me, and I thought, my God, that sounds just like our government. People that don't know what they're doing, don't know what they're talking about, don't understand the job, doesn't understand what's entailed. Kind of like Bloomberg. You just dig a hole and drop a seed in the ground. You're a farmer. Guy's a billionaire. Go figure. Anyhow, that's what we got in the government. A lot of that. People that don't understand the job, doesn't understand what they're making legislation about. All it comes down to is who's paying them and how much. That's what it comes down to. So, this is what we're dealing with, people. Is it your government or it's a bunch of ass clowns? That's the difference. I mean, we got a bunch of people out there that, they're not all stupid. A lot of people are very, very shrewd. They know when they're being fed a bill of goods. So, but the problem is we got a lot that don't. I figure probably 50% of the people know what's going on, the other 50 don't. But then probably 30% of the ones that don't, they feel like there's something wrong. Something wrong here. They don't know what, but something ain't right. All they know is what they're being told. They're being led a bill of goods that aren't true. Being lied to. The great fraud is being perpetrated on them too. Both sides, all sides, everyone, every corporation. Everybody's being pitted against everyone, so no one will stand with anyone. Because they know if you're divided, you will be conquered. You stick together as one, under a flag, under God, you cannot be conquered. That's the problem. They try to get God out of here, then they're going to destroy your country too. Look at it. That's exactly what they've done. They're trying to take God out of everything so they can destroy. Yeah, right up there. That flag. But remember, you're free. You got freedoms. Well, if you got freedoms, well, why are you being encroached? Why aren't you being left alone? They always make it sound like it's these guys against these guys and those guys against those guys and everybody's against everyone. And it's not that way at all. Most people don't care. They just get riled up about something that's stupid. Everybody wants special rights. Thing is there's no such thing. You don't have special rights. I don't have special rights. I have the same rights as everybody else. God created men all equal, including women. We're all equal. They don't want you to believe that. They want you to believe that, well, you're different, you got special rights. There's been some horrible things done to a lot of people, a lot of classes, a lot of races throughout the world. I mean, hell, they lynched a black person because he ran off the plantation. Well, he should have never been on the plantation. Fact of the matter, he should have never been a slave. They finally made it right, but it took a long time, just like women. didn't have the right to own land, couldn't vote and all that stuff. Finally, they made it right. Should have never been in the first place. A lot of things shouldn't have been in the first place. So, they'll get you fighting, arguing. That's the first thing. I mean, God, you know, somebody goes and kills somebody for their sexual preference. That's ludicrous too. So, I'm not God. What they want to do is their business. They'll answer for it. By God, I hope they all come to their senses before they meet their Maker. Because, I mean, it says in the good book it's wrong, but man, I'll tell you what, I know a lot of people that are gay. Good people, too. Love to death, man. Just love them to death. Good people. And that one little thing will keep them out of heaven. Man, what a price to pay. There's a lot of good people out there, good, kind-hearted people. Put them behind the 8 ball. Well, they're still going to be good and kind. People change then. That's why if you got something, you need to share. Don't be a hoarder. If you got more than someone else and they're starving, you're going to fall in the same boat sooner or later. You're going to be in that boat too. You're going to be starving too, sooner or later. If you do share or don't share, sooner or later you're just putting off the inevitable. Hopefully the people you share with, hopefully they'll come together. Hopefully you can all come together as a group. Come up with a plan. Forage, plant, grow, harvest. You got enough people doing that, it makes it a lot easier on everyone. You get a lot more done too. Have a better harvest that way also. You don't have to chop the wood, and you don't have to tend the fields, tend the cattle. There ain't enough hours in a day for all that, for just a person or two. Come together as a community, yeah, you'll survive it. That's why, put your divisiveness down. Forgive. So it says in the Bible, forgive people. Love your enemy. You have a right to defend yourself. Don't get me wrong. But you don't run around and hate people. It just eats you up, gnaws you up inside. You don't screw somebody over just because, oh, he's an asshole. No, you don't do that. Just like government, you know, you wish the best for them, you pray for them and say, hey, God, show them the light. Yeah, they don't want to listen. But that's okay. It's all in God's hands. It's His plan. The horsemen, the seals, that's God's. God's opening those up. He's pouring it out on the earth. Because it wouldn't repent as the day of Noah. Just remember that. Repent and I will heal your land. People, we're all related in the eyes of God. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what your sexual preference is. All that stuff doesn't matter. My God, your worst enemy may become your best friend. You never know. You may see your house on fire, and he may be the one that runs in and saves your life, or your kid. All of a sudden you're like, holy crap, man, I got it all wrong. Like I said, you always got to be kind, generous, charitable. Makes you a better person. That's what you're here for. This is what we're here on this planet for. To help each other. Not to be divisive. Not to pick up the stone and throw it at somebody. Oh yeah, sometimes I get on there and I'm not nice because I don't like the way the government's doing this or government's doing that. But you know what? God put that government in there for a reason. And he could fix that government for a reason. He can do anything he wants. He is in the impossible business. He created the universe. He raised himself from the dead. He raises people from the dead. He walks on water. He's done it all. He's fed multitudes with a fish and a few loaves of bread. You know what? Devil can't do that. All he can do is that son of a bitch, he causes problems and strife. He has no power. He's powerless. Just like us. We're powerless. Oh yeah, we think we're some mini god because, I give an order and you're supposed to drop to your knees. I come out with a decree or a bill, and by God, you're supposed to follow that law because I said so, like a king or a queen. Don't work that way, people. Nope. All the police, they got to remember, law enforcement, you got to remember, we're your best friends. We're your neighbors. We're your brothers, sisters, and cousins. This is what makes no sense to me. You got people in Congress. They have kids and grandkids and great-grandkids, and they're screwing this country up like they are. They're going to lose power someday. The family's not going to be prominent like it was. But their kids are going to have to live with the mess they made. Why would you do that? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever unless you're demon-possessed. After the devil gets done destroying and ripping everything apart, he's got nothing to do but eat himself. He'll start eating himself because he's so evil and corrupt. Don't be like that. It ain't right. Just because somebody says something doesn't make it so. God, on the other hand, He gave you freedom of choice. He lets you do things. He could stop you in a heartbeat if He wanted. But He doesn't. He lets you go. He lets you continue with your life. For all you know, maybe He's taken a few mass murderers off this planet because it's like, I don't care if I think that guy's going to have a head-on collision or have a heart attack or a stroke before he does something really evil and wicked. Don't know those things. Another thing, why does He take an infant, dies in their crib for no reason? I don't know. The only comfort you got is that little one is in heaven, will live in paradise forever, never get sick. The whole 9 yards. We, as humans, will miss that. That's right. You'll miss your kids, your parents, anybody that dies around you, your friends. You'll miss them. You'll mourn them. But if you do the right things, hopefully you'll all be reunited. It'd be nice. Damn cigar tried to go out on me. See that? It tried to go out. Talking too much. It's better. Anyhow, I figured I'd get on here and rant a little bit because it just kind of struck a chord in me. Now here's a total stranger come out and do some business with me, and he sees it. He knows what's going on. He's right up to speed on things. Are we wrong? Maybe we are. But I don't think so. What's wrong with loving each other? Caring for each other? What's wrong with that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What could be greater? What's a greater calling? There isn't. Putting other people before you? Some people go, oh, that's stupid. God put himself before all of us. Put himself on a cross to die for your past, present, and future sins. All you gotta do is accept it and repent and mean it. You got paradise. You're worried about living here in this planet, this place, this space, this time? Why? When you got paradise waiting for you. Why should you be afraid of death? Even though you walk through the shadow, the valley of death, guess what? He is with you. He'll come back, and when he does, thy will be done. On earth as in heaven. So don't you worry about it. You can't escape it. It's inevitable. There's nowhere you can hide. Nowhere you can go. You will answer. All you people out there that sit on judgment of other people, that think they have authority, he's going to hold you at a higher standard. I know. Be honest. Be moral. Have some value and virtue. Just don't, look at someone and think, what a piece of crap. You don't know that person. It might be the nicest person in the world. You don't know what they've been through. It's good to talk to people. That's how you find things out. Just like a place of employment, they don't want you to talk to each other. They don't want you to talk and find things out about what so-and-so this or that. Hey, I just got hired. I make more than you do. They don't want you to know these things. It's all hush, hush, secret, secret. Government's the same way. They don't want the right hand know what the left hand's doing. They don't know themselves because they lie so much. Nobody knows what the hell anybody else is doing because they're lying so much. They're committing fraud so much. You either have a constitution or you don't. But you're going to argue about this, that, and the other thing. There's nothing to argue about. Matter of fact, God's law supersedes it all. Our forefathers were geniuses. They had to dumb themselves down to write the Constitution. Literally had to dumb themselves down so us dummies would understand it. That's how smart they were. That's what the insight they had. That's the moral Christian in them. The righteous. Be glad you live here. One of the few countries in the history of the world that you could actually set out and accomplish. Not like you used to, but you still can. So anyhow, people, like I always say, be generous and kind to each other and charitable. Never know, it may be you out there someday. Hopefully not. Hopefully you and your loved ones and friends and stuff will be okay. Hopefully you'll make it through everything good. You gotta trust in God. Don't trust in man. Trust in God. Well, I've ranted on enough, rambling. I got things I need to go do. Y'all take care.